welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla. Today we are doing a video about embroidery mock-ups. I'm going to show you guys two different ways to do embroidery mock-ups. One of them is completely free and one of them is fairly inexpensive on Canva. The two websites we're going to be using today are remove.bg and canva.com. Now, if you don't already have some of this stuff in your craft room, you are going to have to go to the store and pick up some stuff. What I recommend for doing this, whatever you are wanting to add to your shop, like say you wanted to add these cute little baby rompers, okay? This is a dark heather gray. Whatever you, say you want a name, I would suggest doing it on a dark piece of fabric, either dark gray or black like this, okay? Because once you remove the background, sometimes, not always, but sometimes you can still see like a little bit of the color. So you want it to be like as similar as possible to what you're gonna be laying the name on top of. I will show you more in detail once we get to the computer, but you can see like this, there's a little green baby romper that I have and I want the name to be in black. So I stitched this in black on green. There's a pink blanket that we're gonna do today. So I stitched the name in white, put it on pink. So like I said, I'll show you more in detail when we get to the computer, but that is where you're gonna have some cost just in case you don't have any of the stuff in your craft room. I had to go get some fabric because I purchased all my fabric a while ago and didn't have any, so I went and bought some fat quarters. And then another cost is gonna be fonts on Etsy. I will link the ones that I bought here. There's some really cute font duos that I got on Etsy. I will leave them linked down below. You can use those, whatever fonts you have, but that is another cost too for these, would be whatever embroidery fonts you're using. You can buy mock-ups on Etsy. I will show you some right here. You can purchase these and then lay your image over top, or you could take your own. The ones that I took today are just real super basic ones I took on my phone. But yeah, so you can either make your own or purchase your own mock-ups. So those should be the only three things that you need to purchase for this. Now when I stitched these out, I used my 5x5 Mighty Hoop. Shameless plug, if you didn't know, you can use code STITCHNV and get free shipping on Mighty Hoops. But anyways, I used my 5x5 hoop for this. You don't have to do it to scale. I just did a real simple, small, I wanted to be able to use as much fabric as I could. So I just stitched it real small on the 5x5. I think you can get like 6 or 7 designs out of one fat quarter. Doesn't have to be anything big. I probably could have even used like my 4x4 Mighty Hoop. And again, I'll show you once we get to the computer, because you can stretch this, make it as big or as small as you want once you get to the computer. It doesn't have to be to scale. If you were doing, a big front chest embroidery design, like a bunch of flowers or something, you can use if it comes with a smaller version, stitch that out, and then you can make it bigger on the computer, and you're not wasting a bunch of fabric and thread and things like that. So what you're gonna do, I already have my stitch outs right here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this one out of the hoop. I didn't film stitching these. I feel like you guys have seen, enough time lapses of things stitching out, so I just stitched these and figured we'd talk about it after. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna take a picture with your phone or your camera. My phone takes great pictures, so I'm just gonna take a picture with my phone and just crop it down to just the name. And I'm actually going to bring my camera in and use the ring light for it. I'll turn you guys off and use my ring light so that I can get a really good quality picture with good lighting. It's storming today, so I don't have good lighting in here, so that's where the ring light comes in clutch. You can see right here, it is just the name. You can't see anything else. It is cropped down to just the name. So we're gonna do this for both one boy version and one girl version, and then we're gonna go to the computer. So here we are on the website that we're going to be using to remove the background of our embroidery. Now the website is remove.bg, and it's a pretty good website, and you get up to 50 background removals free. Now they are not like the HD super high quality images, but in my opinion, the supposedly lower quality images are good enough. So I have my my images saved over here on the side. So I'm just simply going to drag and drop, and you're going to watch this website just completely do its magic all on its own. It's literally just one drag and drop and it's done. Now, this is why I was saying you want to use a similar color to like what you're going to be putting on, because you can still see some black over here. So once we lay this on top of like a dark gray or a black onesie, it's going to be very, very hard to see that. So here is our one, and we're going to hit download. Like I said, if you wanted to do the download HD, you're going to have to pay for it. And I forget exactly what it is, but you can sign up for an account. Actually, we can go to pricing right here and look at it. This is the pricing for however many images you want to do. Obviously, the more images you do, the cheaper it is. So if you're only going to do, less than 50 a month, then the free is fine. But if you're going to do more than that, then you're going to have to pay for it. But if we go back to remove background, and then we can download, and it's seriously just that stinking easy. So let's go ahead and do the other one. So another way that you can do it, and this is part of the paid version of Canva, is you can use their background remover. So you're just going to go up here to edit, and you're going to go to BG remover, and you can see this little crown right here. That tells you that it's only for like the pro version. So we are going to click erase, and that erased it very, very quickly. Now, this is not perfect by any means. You can go back up here to these three little lines, and you can try to edit it a little bit. You can go to restore. We can do like tiny brush size, and we can see like if we can restore it anywhere, like maybe like right in here. Kind of thicken up some of these areas, make them look a little bit better. But I think once we edit the image just a little bit and brighten up the text, it'll look good. So let's go get our little mock-up. So I took a picture just of this blanket on this DockATot that I have, and it's not perfect by any means, not professional lighting or anything like that. This is purely for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to go to position and move that to the back, and I'm actually going to brighten this up a little bit. So we're going to go back to edit, adjust, and we're going to brighten up the color. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Look at that. Okay. And I mean, you can play around with it, see what you like. I'm actually pretty happy just brightening it. Because you still want to keep that stitch look so that people, on your Etsy shop or Shopify, whatever it is, can see, that it's actual embroidery. So we are going to rotate this, and we're going to put it on the corner of our design. And just like that, looks pretty darn good to me. So we can zoom in and you can see what it looks like. I mean, it's obviously not going to look like it's perfectly stitched onto the image. You're taking one digital image and putting it on another digital image. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but there are plenty of places on Etsy, maybe I'll put some right here, where you can tell that it's a digital mock-up, and they still have like thousands of sales. It's crazy. So, yeah, I think that looks pretty darn good. And, you can obviously make it as big or as small as you want. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So now we're going to add another page, and we're going to do this onesie right here. So this is just another one that I took myself. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now, I'm just going to stretch it out across. And we are simply going to drag and drop our file. And this one is super easy. Much easier than the other one turned out to be for some reason, which is fine. And you're simply just going to, rotate it a little bit to make sure it looks good with that. And look at that, guys. Super easy, simple embroidery mock-ups. I'm really, really happy with how that turned out. If you want to make this like a little bit whiter, color-wise, you can do, same thing. Brighten it up a little bit, and then if you zoom in, you can see what it looks like. But I think that looks pretty darn good for an embroidery mock-up. Same with that one. We had a little bit of an issue with that one, but we worked through it, and I think that looks pretty good. So it's not perfect. I mean, you know, if you zoom in, you can definitely tell it's, you know, a digital image on top of a digital image. It's not perfect by any means, but I think for what it is, it looks really, really good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Leave me a comment down below and say hi. Let me know how you guys do embroidery mock-ups, or if this is something completely new to you guys. Leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.